WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Connor James. The time is just about 6:31. Let's check in with meteorologist Kelly McShane for a look at your soon-to-be a little soggy forecast this morning. Kelly?
Yeah, Connor, we're starting off this week on a soggy note. I know, what can you do? But hey, after we get through today, I think everyone's going to like the forecast a little bit more. But let's go ahead and start you off, get you out the door this morning, because as much as we like to ignore Monday, unfortunately, we cannot. Interstate 64, you can see it started raining over there. You can see the wet pavement and the wet camera lens over in Rowan County. And that's going to be the trend. We're seeing that rainfall enter into the western and the northwestern portion of the viewing area. Interstate 64 and Interstate 75, traveling those this morning, a little bit soggy out there. Those temperatures in the mid 50s for some, lower 50s for some, even into the lower 40s in Harlan and Bell County. So overall, grab the rain gear, grab the rain jacket. You might need a little heavier jacket if you're in Harlan or Bell County, but overall, a soggy day is on the way, and I'll break down those rain chances and what you can expect for the rest of the week coming up in my full forecast in just a little bit. Connor.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Well, we're learning more about Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report on Russian interference in the 2016 election. The Attorney General released a summary yesterday that President Trump quickly claimed was vindication for him. CBS's Mola Lenghi is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
No collusion, no obstruction.
A familiar message from President Trump as he left Mar-a-Lago on Sunday. But this time he was backed up by Attorney General William Barr, who had just released a 4-page summary of Robert Mueller's Russia investigation.
It was a complete and total exoneration.
Barr wrote, the special counsel's investigation did not find the Trump campaign or anyone associated with it conspired or coordinated with Russia in its efforts to influence the 2016 U.S. presidential election, despite multiple offers from Russian-affiliated individuals. But it did not totally exonerate the president, as he claims. Dealing with possible obstruction of justice charges, the special counsel stated that while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. Barr says he and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, two Trump appointees, decided the evidence was not sufficient.
His conclusions raise more questions than they answer.
Democrats, like House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler, are calling on Barr to release the full report and testify before Congress.
We cannot simply rely on what may be a hasty, partisan interpretation of the facts.
The president's allies are ready to move on.
This should end the debate once and for all, and America should come first.
Barr says he intends to release as much of the special counsel's report as he can. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Over the 22-month investigation, Mueller's team brought charges against 34 individuals, including 6 advisors to the president. And a shakeup continues at the Alabama-based Southern Poverty Law Center. Richard Cohen is stepping down as president of the nonprofit activist group. The resignation comes less than 2 weeks after the group's co-founder, Morris Dees, was fired for alleged unspecified misconduct. The 82-year-old has denied doing anything wrong. The center's legal director, Rhonda Brownstein, also resigned last week. It's unclear why she's stepping down. And passengers left stranded on a cruise ship shared shocking video on social media. More than 1,000 people were on board when engine troubles left them helpless in rough waters off the western coast of Norway. Now the ship is finally back in the port, but its passengers were shaken by the grueling ordeal. Here's David Daniel.
A 12-day scenic tour turned nightmarish.
We could see that we were getting blown in towards some rocks. It was a very dangerous situation, frankly.
Hundreds of passengers on a Viking Sky cruise ship stranded off the coast of Norway, some waiting in life vests for 20 hours as strong winds and rough waters made conditions miserable and dangerous. At least 20 people were injured as the ship tossed about.
Furniture would slide across the room, slide back, and with it came people and glass.
Norway's Joint Rescue Center undertook a massive operation to airlift more than 400 people from the ship to safety.
I mean, as soon as they hoisted you up, he grabbed me and pulled me in like a sack of potatoes and dragged me to the back of the helicopter.
By Sunday morning, 3 of the ship's 4 diesel engines had regained power. More than 800 people remained on board as the ship, assisted by tugboats, slowly made its way to port. Despite the turbulent sea and the frightening ordeal, some passengers were able to find a silver lining.
I can't get over how magnificent the crew was on the ship, the National Guard, and how kind the Norway people have been.
I'm David Daniel reporting.
Viking Ocean Cruises thanked Norwegian Emergency Services for their help and said its priority has always been the safety and well-being of its passengers and crew. They're working to get everyone back home as soon as possible. Well, people living in Mozambique are cleaning up from the damage from the cyclone that hit Sunday. International relief agencies say they're increasing their efforts to assist survivors. More than 400 people are reported dead. Cargo planes carrying aid moved into the area yesterday. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs said they were going to deploy 3 large field hospitals next week. And a new homeless shelter is opening in Floyd County. It's called East Kentucky House of Hope. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher visited their open house last night to learn more.
Years in the making.
It's surreal, you know, after 3 years and blood, sweat, and tears.
East Kentucky House of Hope began as an idea in Gail Spradlin's imagination.
But I'm super excited. You know, our community has needed this for a while now.
She, along with Mickey McGuire, worked together to house the homeless in Floyd County.
One phone call that Mickey made and organized some meetings and stuff like that, and it just happened from there.
McGuire says homelessness in this region is a real issue.
We have much more homelessness than people realize, and it's really serious, and it's not being addressed.
And when asked about how far the shelter has grown,
that would almost make me cry, but we started with absolutely nothing.
Spradlin says their goal is to get people back on their feet.
KRC is going to offer those services to break down those barriers to make sure that they can go into long-term housing.
Built mainly on donations, she hopes to help better the surrounding area.
I hope it just continues to go and grow and makes a difference in our community.
In Floyd County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
The shelter will house 12 clients. East Kentucky House of Hope will start accepting clients this Wednesday. And Bowling for a Good Cause, a tournament organized by the Madison County Bowling Association, has grown to 140 bowlers of all ages and skill levels. The event raises money for hospice care, plus which provides end-of-life care in 6 counties in central and eastern Kentucky. The tournament held a memory of longtime Madison County bowler Lametta Dawes.
Kids can do it, non-bowlers can do it, anybody that wants to just come out and throw a ball can do it and score well, and it's fun.
The money will go towards things like medications and other needs not covered by insurance. Organizers say yesterday's tournament raised at least $20,000, far exceeding their $13,000 goal. And during an event on Saturday, several Kentucky leaders made an announcement about a new program that studies low-income families and employment. The event was held at Lake Hills Oasis in Somerset. Governor Matt Bevin, U.S. Congressman Hal Rogers, and many others attended the program. It's called Building Evidence on Employment, Strategies for Low-Income Americans. Addiction Recovery Care was selected as one of the first organizations in the United States to participate. And the Kentucky Wildcats are headed to the Sweet 16 after the Cats defeated the Wolford Bulldogs Saturday. That sent them to the Sweet 16. A local bar and grill in Perry County says game day was always crazy busy for them, but the atmosphere is unbelievable during March Madness.
This place is lined out the door. The atmosphere is electrifying. Everybody up on their feet. Barely any walking room. Everybody's up, cheering. It's a very exciting place to be when Kentucky's playing.
You can catch Kentucky back in action this coming Friday. Now let's check in with Kelly for another look at your weather.
Well, Connor, we've been saying it all morning, Monday, Monday, Monday. That is what this forecast is reflecting. You can see satellite and radar, plenty of rain about to move into eastern Kentucky, already hitting Interstate 75, Interstate 64, as well in our northwestern counties. But overall, we are cloudy right now, that rain filling in, so we're going to need that rain gear for the majority of the day for eastern Kentucky. Temperatures around the region, we are in the low 50s for most of us, 51 in Pikeville this morning, 52 in Logan, West Virginia. of 42 though in Harlan, so a little bit chillier into Harlan and Bell County, but overall you're going to want a jacket. Make it a rain jacket this morning because we are going to see plenty of soggy weather. Check it out hour by hour. We're going to be in the low 50s for the majority of the morning with plenty of rain chances, as you just saw on satellite and radar. And then as we head into the afternoon, we could see a couple of breaks, but those breaks do mean a possible rumbles of thunder are possible with those storms that do develop later on. I don't think we're going to see anything strong or severe, but we just could be caught off guard with those rumbles of thunder with those temperatures only in the 50s this afternoon. Connor?